Hello and welcome to a brand new video. I'm an idiot and this is the internet. Today's video is slightly... well, the premise of the video is something that I've never done before. I got to do my first ever YouTube collaboration, if you can call it that. I met a YouTuber and we went shopping. A couple of months ago, I reached out to a YouTuber that I've been watching for over a year now, Emily Pops, and I said, would you be interested in seeing how many CEX shops we could visit in a day? And obviously what we then buy as a result of that. She was up for it. So yeah, the next bit will be us going to a number of shops and what we saw, and at the other end of the video I'll show you what I picked up. Some may be able to recognize the shops that we went to. Some of them I had been to before and I didn't realize, and then some I hadn't. So we went to Camden, Islington, Tottenham Court Road, Rathbourne, Chapel Market, I think. It was either Chapel Market or Bethnal Green. I'm not 100% sure, but looking back of where we travelled, it might have been there. And then we finished off in Stratford. So yeah, I'll show you the footage of what I caught, and then when we come back, I'll show you what I picked up.
I got my PS5 for £150.
That's really good. Very good.
Red head, you should buy this if you've not, but even if you've got a copy of it.
What, buy it?
£12, so not an awful price.
Buy a second game.
Game or what? I like the little mascot. It's funky.
I've been here before. I think I've been here before.
See the inside of that. Oh, what is that big box spare thing? Oh, they got the dragon's dogma. Got that God of War Ascension.
It's a funky looking PS4.
Oh, that is a funky looking one. And it's a PlayStation 4. And we were at the station and you barricaded off so we had to go through smaller bits. And two women were walking side by side, really slowly. And it was going to miss the train.
What the hell is that?
Right. So, we were there for the whole day. We were there for 6 hours, like, shopping wise. And I only came away with 2 minutes of footage. That's completely on me. I should have done better in regards to documenting the day. So I apologise for that. It's a learning experience. I was excited, for the day because, I was meeting somebody that, I was excited to meet, and then we got to go game hunting, which was also cool. So I kind of just got swept up in the moment of it all, and didn't really film a lot of stuff. I mean, some of the stuff was in the cabinets like they would normally be, but I've seen more and more shops put some titles behind the staff on the shelves at the counter. So I didn't really think or want to film that because there was other people in the queue, and I didn't really think. I was more just kind of like looking for stuff, and kind of just talking, and yeah. So I'll do better on the next one. We have spoken about doing another meetup and another video, hopefully the other side of London, or possibly somewhere else in the future. Yeah, so I did pick up some stuff, not as much as maybe it looks like in the video, in the thumbnail, but I did pick up some stuff. I wanted to be a bit mindful because I'm going to the London gaming market this weekend, and I didn't want to kind of blow my load, but also if there was something that I really wanted and was kind of like on the list of stuff to get, then I wanted to be able to get it. So this is the first game that I got, is Paper Mario and the Origami King. I know Thousand Island Door came out a few months ago. That's still about £40 brand new, and it's £40 in CEX, so didn't really want to spend that much on a second-hand game when I can get it brand new. But then a majority of Switch games, you don't really get anything with it, so either or, I'm either going to get it brand new or round about that price if it goes down in price. So I wanted to try this one first. Got this for £25, so quite happy with that. This one I've got on the PS3, but they released it I think this year or last year for the PS4, and I don't know, there is like some kind of weird completionist collector type kind of thing in me that and when I saw that it had like a variant cover ish, I wanted it. So we got Red Dead Redemption, kind of like the complete, wow, it probably isn't actually complete because it doesn't have, well, I don't know if it has the multiplayer on it, but it's the original Red Dead Redemption for PS3 and Undead Nightmare. So if you can see, it's kind of got a little bit of a shine to the cover. I don't know if that was kind of like from the initial print run, the first batch of games, or if it was like just a launch thing, because some of them are just normal. So I did want kind of like the shiny one for some reason, like I don't know why. And finally, I picked up Onrush, which looks to be kind of like an arcadey racer from Codemasters, who did they do Colin McRae or WRC originally? They've done some sort of racer before, and I wanted a racer, but I didn't want like a simulation racer. I wanted something a bit different. So not loads of games. I mean, I've been buying and collecting for a while now, so there's games on my list to get, but they're not kind of everyday ones that you come by. So they're kind of ones that you need to seek out. And I mean, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the pub crawlers, because you didn't know what you were going to find when you got there, kind of thing. I've got a list of some like kind of mentions as to what we did find and what we did see. There might be footage of it. There probably isn't, with only 2 minutes of footage for 6 hours worth of shopping. But we did see a copy of Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color. That was boxed, but the box was damaged on the front, which is a shame, because I think it was £155. And that's a lot of money for a damaged box. I think an undamaged box at one point went for 180. So, and I had that at one point. I had a Game Boy Color and I had that game. I don't believe it's canon. I don't believe it follows any, like, it's kind of like the first Metal Gear Solid, and it's kind of like the first Metal Gear game as well. So it's like top down. I don't know if it's Meryl in the game. I can't remember. It's such a long time that I played it. But it's still a good game, especially on the Game Boy Color. It looks really good. And then we saw a 20th anniversary PlayStation 4 controller, just unboxed in the window. And it's kind of, I just wanted to mention it since that we are on the cusp of getting the 30th anniversary PlayStation variants, that, you know, something that goes for £200-300 initially, and then it's unboxed and not, I wouldn't say it was tatty, but just kind of like, I think it was like £60 as well. Just sat there amongst the other controllers, like, you know, it's just funny how things work sometimes. I saw the PlayStation 2 game The Getaway, but I saw I don't know if it's like a 3-disc like dark grey edition. I've seen a couple of these on eBay and Vinted, and they go for like £250. I think they're limited and numbered. I have no idea if what the difference is, if it, I mean, it says on the cover that there's 3 discs, but then whenever I've seen it, it doesn't look like there's 3 discs, so I'm not sure exactly what that is. I've not really looked into it either, but that was, I think it was £180 or something, £190. So that was quite expensive, and they go for like £250 on Vinted. I've been after a copy of Silent Hill 2, the 2-disc special edition, PS2 version, and the last 3 auctions on eBay have gone for over £200 that I've been involved in, and that's a lot of money for one game. Obviously the hype's there for Silent Hill at the moment, or Silent Hill 2, so people are wanting to check out the original or have the original for nostalgic reasons. Obviously I'm part of that same group because I've decided to now get PS2 games. And in the same shop I saw a copy of Persona 3 Fez. So I already have a copy of Persona 3 Portable, but I have recently looked at videos at what the differences are between the different versions of the game, and in order for it to be put onto the PSP back in the day, certain restrictions were put on gameplay mechanics because of the limit of the hardware. So I know that Persona 3 has just had a remake, but I haven't played that, and I don't know if it's the most full and comprehensive version of the game. So I've been looking at going back and getting the PS2, a PS2 version, because there's 2 versions, that kind of has everything, and I think that would probably be the Fez edition. And in the same shop as the Silent Hill, there was a Fez. It was in a protective cover, which was nice, but I think it was £95, and on the site at the moment it's £100. So again, that's a lot of money for a game, especially a game that I've kind of got but haven't played yet. So I held off on that. The only other thing that I would say that me and Emily kind of noticed was that some shops really don't care about the actual product itself, in the sense that we found a number of games that were quite high value, that were just in the shelves, like amongst the £2 games, the £3 games, and then all of a sudden you'd pull out a game and it'd be 55 quid. You'd pull out a game and it would be £75, or I think Deadpool for PS4 is like £80 at the moment, and there was just one copy on the side, on the shelf, and we were kind of taken back by it, because we were like, you've got some games behind in the cabinets, you've got some games on the shelf behind the staff that were less in price, in value, and then you've got, like, I think it was a 65 or 75 pound copy of Spider-Man Shattered Dimension for PS3. I've been after that game for a while, and the bottom of the inner sleeve was all just frayed and white, because it is like, either the game was like that when it was brought in, or just kind of wear and tear possibly in the shop. But it was just the fact that it was a 65 or 75 pound game, and it was amongst £2 games. And when Emily brought it up to a member of staff, they didn't really care. Like I said, they had like a £75 game behind the counter on display on the shelf behind them, and then they had £65 and £75, £80 games just willy-nilly strewed about. And the amount of reprinted covers is ridiculous, and they're not even like really expensive games or hard to find games. Like, you just get like really random games that have got like a reprinted cover, and it's like, if people are willing to take a case or a cover for a game that isn't really considered valuable or rare or expensive, then what are you doing putting an £80 game just on the shelf? It was just kind of like shocking, really, how, you know, some shops didn't care. I mean, we found a copy of God of War Volume God of War HD Collection Volume 2 for the PS3. I think it's a £55 game. And that was in a Blu-ray case. And it wasn't even in the sleeve properly. Like, half of the sleeve was just dangling out of it. It was, I couldn't believe it. And then, yeah. And then I've since seen reprinted covers of that game in different stores on the Facebook page. So it's kind of eye-opening. I mean, we all kind of know how it's hit and miss with some places, but it's just kind of like, wow, when you see the kind of money that they're asking for, and then you see the kind of product that you're getting, like I can't see how they've been able to kind of dominate the market when it comes to like retail shops. I can't believe that game have completely come out of second hand. So anyway, that's kind of the video. Thank you all for watching. I do hope to do another kind of collaboration video in the future. I'm hoping to do either another CEX day of shopping on the the other side of London or the south of London, because there's still a lot of stores to visit and see. Possibly even go up north to Manchester maybe, and maybe do a little shop crawl up there. And as I said, I'm going to the London gaming market this weekend, so I've got a list in my head of games that I'm looking for, that maybe I might be able to find, maybe I don't. I just want to say thank you to Emily for joining me and agreeing to it, because I mean, like one of the criticisms I would say about the footage was like, you might have heard her, you might have seen like a glimpse of her, but we should have taken maybe some footage of like what we picked up in each individual store, or something. We should have actually featured in the video more. So yeah. it's not bad for a first attempt. I've got the memory anyway, even though if I don't have footage of it, it did happen. So yeah, thank you very much for coming down and joining me, and thank you all for watching. I'll be doing another video around about the same time next week for the London gaming market, and I will promise now. I will promise to try to get more footage of the day when it comes to the market, because yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of footage for 6 hours probably isn't really good. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.